All right, today we're checking out some ice caves. It is gonna be epic. Let's do this thing.
Let's go. Get those things heated.
We're
on an adventure.
Yeah, we are.
We're ready for it.
Buddy, have you seen this spot? What is going on, YouTube? We are on our way to the ice cave. This is where we're headed. We're walking through this valley. The glacier is just down there. You can see the group up ahead of me. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. Sun's shining and we have an amazing group of people out here today. So it doesn't really get much better than this. Yeah, there's just something about getting out here in the winter. Sometimes it can be a little bit tough. Sometimes it's a little bit chilly. You don't really want to get out, but it's always worth it when you do. And yeah, the mountains just look stunning in the winter. So never complain about getting out into the mountains. There's something about nature. It's always been one of my biggest inspirations. It always just kind of slows my brain down. It always just really gets the creative juices flowing. And this place is special, so I'm excited to show you guys when I get there. Let's do this thing. Stay tuned. Woo. Damn. Where we're going, it's gonna be insane. This is way bigger than last year. Damn, this is actually insane. What a life. Alright, so today we are painting our bedroom. This is the current color and this is the color that we have started in the hallway. Colleen's down here taping so we don't mess up the baseboards, but yeah, pretty stoked. We'll show you the end result soon. Hello. What is going on, YouTube? I'm coming at you from my bedroom, my newly painted bedroom, which is exciting. So yeah, Colleen and I basically spent the day today painting our bedroom, which is something we've wanted to do or talked about doing for a good year. Like, we moved in last year and it's basically been like on our list of like things to do to make the house feel like a home, and we've put it off until now. But yeah, I'm really excited to have the room painted. I'm glad that it's done because I do not love painting at all, but yeah, it's exciting to have it done. And yeah, it's a new environment. It's a different one for me to do these talking head videos. Usually I do it in the outdoors somewhere, but I figured this would be a fun little change up. We literally still have the tarps on the ground and the paint cans all over the place because we literally just wrapped this thing up. But yeah, so little change of pace, but I hope you guys welcome it. Okay, so yeah, welcome to another episode of my weekly growth journal. If you're new here, I basically jump on every week and I share my wins, I share my challenges, I share the lessons that I learn as a creative entrepreneur. And yeah, I hopefully can inspire you guys with some of the things that I learn and some of my experiences. And yeah, that's the whole point of this series. And it's just also really fun for me to document my life as I kind of go through it. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's talk about some of the wins. The first one, I already kind of mentioned, us painting the room. Definitely a huge win for the week. Number two, as I'm sure you saw from the beginning of this video, we checked out some insane ice caves out here in the Canadian Rockies. When I used to live in Toronto before I moved out here, it was one of those things where I just like was top of the bucket list of things to do. And I just like, last year I was able to visit the ice caves 2 or 3 times, and we kind of went back again this year. And what's really cool about the ice caves is that they're constantly changing. Like last year they were very different than they were this year. Again, this has to do with receding glaciers, which is not great, but it makes for some interesting ice formations and landscapes. So it was really cool to go check that out, and with some new friends that just moved out here as well. So yeah, checking out the ice caves was a huge win. Okay, and on the business side of things, a huge win is that we filled our Norway retreat this week. We actually just sent out the last acceptance today. And for those of you guys that don't know, Colleen and I host creative retreats that are all built around personal and creative development for creators and entrepreneurs. And yeah, it's one of the most fulfilling things that we do. It helps people develop strong personal brands. It helps them expand their storytelling, break through mental limitations that they set for themselves. And it ultimately help people find more meaning and fulfillment in what they do. So we just love doing these things. And the next one is happening this year in Norway in June. And yeah, there's going to be 8 incredible creators joining us, and I'm excited to see everybody just bond. Some of the connections that are made on these trips is like, it always blows my mind to see how deep the connections can get in a short time span. So yeah, that's a huge win, is that we recently filled that trip this week. So figured I would share that as a win. And if you are interested or you're curious about future trips, because there's going to be plenty more, we're actually already planning the next one, hopefully for this November. So if you are interested in joining a future retreat, then click the link in the description below and you can join the waitlist. When you click that link, you'll have the opportunity to share some of the things that you need help with or that you struggle with. Sharing this information is really valuable because it helps us build out the different workshops and stuff that we host on these trips. And then you also have the opportunity to share some destinations that you want to go to. So if there's a place that you have in mind in particular, feel free to share that with us. And it only helps us with planning the best experiences for you guys. Let's dive into some of the challenges. The first one being, I'm struggling to find this balance between creating for YouTube and also being able to create for the other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, more short form content. My goal at the beginning of the year was to create the long form piece every week and then be able to cut that down into the short form pieces. Yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a struggle because I want to continue to show up on these platforms. I want to continue to spread my message in as many places as I can. And even just in the field, I'm having a hard time balancing shooting camera stuff, shooting phone stuff, and just something I'm working on. So another challenge that I feel like I've been having is that I feel a bit of a resistance when it comes to writing recently. It could be writing text messages, it could be writing emails, script writing, any form of writing. I feel like there's a little bit of resistance for me. And I think part of that has to do with just how easy it is to just throw things into ChatGPT. Yeah, I really want to improve my writing because I feel like writing is so powerful when it comes to just like being able to tell a strong story, an engaging story. It shows up in script writing. It shows up writing titles for YouTube videos, writing captions for Instagram posts, and all this like blog writing, all that type of stuff. Writing is so powerful, and it's something that I definitely need to get better at. I'm just becoming a little bit too reliant on ChatGPT. I know it's really good to leverage these tools because it is the future, but even just on the psychology side of things, like knowing what words to use and what sentences to string together to evoke an emotion with writing, I think is something that I want to get better at. And I think it's something that I have been not really putting too much time and attention into. I'm very good at prioritizing the visuals and how things look, but so much of a good story comes with the writing. Obviously, as you guys know, watching movies, watching TV shows, like everything can be really well shot, but if it has poor writing, then the plot line is going to fall short. So yeah, all that is to say, I just want to get better at writing. So, okay, and now something to ponder, something that I want to leave you with like I do every week. I have a question for you, but before I share that question, I wanted to share something that I learned this week, or a perspective that I gained. So I listened to this podcast this week called The Diary of a CEO, and the host is Stephen Bartlett, which is an incredible podcast. If you haven't ever checked it out, definitely check it out. There's so many insightful conversations and so many amazing guests on that podcast. I learned so much every time I listen to an episode, but this week's episode featured Alex Hormozi. And if you're in the world of business, I'm sure you've heard of this guy, but he shared a very powerful metaphor when it comes to personal branding, and he said personal branding is like a mosaic. So if you look at your brand as a mosaic, each new color would represent a different part of you. He was basically talking about how it's important to showcase all your different interests, to showcase your different passions, to talk about your values, and I guess each of those individual things that you bring into your brand and you share with the world, those would represent a different color. So let's say I was passionate about sports. That would be the color red. If I was passionate about nature, that would be the color green. If I was passionate about music, that could be the color purple. And the more I share with the world, the more vibrant my brand becomes, the more connections I'm able to make with different people. I think it just really adds so much depth to your brand, because ultimately it becomes a full expression of you. And I think, I just thought the metaphor, the mosaic metaphor, was really powerful. So I figured I would share that with you. But the question now is, what is one part of your story that you haven't shared yet? How might sharing it inspire or help someone else? Think about it and let me know what you think. I know it's natural to kind of like try to find a niche and stick to it and just leave a lot of parts of us kind of just like on the sidelines. But I think there is so much power in just sharing all the unique perspectives and stuff that we have. So yeah, give that question some thought and let me know down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.